go ahead and start recording. And so tonight what I really want to do is I really want to simplify a strategy that I have been using with not only my agency clients, but also my students. And whenever I get on one-on-one calls with you guys, I'm also teaching it to you guys too. And it doesn't have to cost a fortune, okay? Let me make sure. Oh, am I still on mute? I don't think I'm on mute.
I can hear you.
Yeah. Let me mute everyone though, for just in case. Awesome. Okay. Awesome. I got everyone muted. Sorry guys, I'm trying to admit people and it's crazy, freaking Zoom. Okay, so we are gonna be going over the Spiderweb strategy, but we're gonna be doing the 101 version. So I'm gonna do a very simplified version of it. And I want to open this training with a real life case study. So I have an agency client and we run $5 ads, retargeting ads. She is bringing in between $19,000 to $23,000 a week with a $5 a day ad strategy because she does this so well. She pays me my agency fee, which is $9.97 a month plus 10% profit share, okay? She pays me my agency fee. And she only spends about $500 a month in ad spend, right? So I am telling you guys like how important this strategy can be for your business if you learn how to implement it in the right way. And hers is a very, very simple strategy. I'm gonna break that down. In addition to some of the other things I do for my agency clients, that is going to be easy for you too. This is gonna be a very beginner 101 type version of this. And every single person, I wanna make sure that I get all of your questions answered about this because I seriously, if you guys do anything tonight, I want you guys to be able to like leave this call and go do at least one of these things that I'm gonna show you guys tonight. So I wanna make sure that everyone gets taken care of tonight because this is an uncertain time, but again, it is the absolute best time to be running Facebook advertising. And so tonight, I just wanna make sure that everyone gets comfortable with utilizing Facebook ads because it can be huge for your business, especially right now. People are engaging with content now more than ever. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over the Spiderweb strategy, but again, it's a 101 version, okay? So a lot of you guys get caught up in this at the very beginning of my training, the vanity URL. So let me just get that right out of the way. Your vanity URL, this is why we need a vanity URL. Now a vanity URL is not like laurelporte.com/portal, right? That's the new portal. While that is pretty easy to remember, if I were to go on a podcast and say, go to laurelporte.com/portal, how many of those people do you think would actually end up on that page? How many of you guys knew how to spell Portier if I said it out loud without knowing who I am? No, right? And so a vanity URL, that purpose is to give people an easy way to get to your offer. And usually this is a free to low ticket offer. And the reason is if you're gonna go to a podcast, if you're gonna speak on stage, you're probably not going to pitch, or even if you're talking to someone at the grocery store, you're probably not gonna pitch your high ticket, right? You're gonna wanna give them a little taste of what you have to offer. And so whenever I go on a podcast, when I speak on stage, I'm not promoting my agency, I'm promoting my $7 offer, okay? My $7 offer, I have optimized it to bring people up to my premium membership and then to bring them up to my agency. I've worked really hard on that. And so that's the first misconception that people have is that, you know, Laurel says that we have to have a low ticket offer or a free offer and she says to start there. I actually recommend people starting high and then back building low. But your vanity URL, you want it to be either a free low ticket offer. So your vanity URL could be a free strategy call. Your vanity URL can be a $7 offer. Your vanity URL could be a freebie, right? So it's basically where you want to send people to give them the best first impression of your content. It's like the first commitment, right? We give them a lot of free content via Facebook Lives, via podcasts, whether we're having a conversation. This is gonna be the very first commitment offer that they're gonna present to us. So that's the misconception about the vanity URL. We want our vanity URL. Now your vanity URL can be a redirect. Like you can host your your signature offer, right? Your free or low ticket offer, it can be on your website. Just go and buy a vanity URL so that in those cases where you are on a Facebook Live with one of your colleagues, or you're speaking on stage, or you're on a podcast, you can send people to that offer without having to explain, well, it's with 3 threes, or it's, you know, PORTIE, you know, like it just makes it so much easier. So we wanted to get that out of the way. Vanity URL, that's all it is. It could be a redirect. I do redirects all the time. Like I own ad coaching for 7 because guess what? Some people are going to type in 7 as a word instead of the number. So I just have the 7 redirect to adcoachingfor7.com. That is my signature offer, my $7 program. That is where I try to get the most people in so that at least 50 of them can ascend to some of my other offers, okay? So your vanity URL usually starts with a low ticket or a free offer that ascends to your core product, right? Most of you guys, so if you are a coach, more than likely your offer is either going to be a lead magnet or a free strategy call, which I always recommend, like if coaches, if they're gonna do a free strategy call, make sure that it's like something that's super value and not just call it like a strategy call. Like make it at least exciting. So what you're gonna wanna do is you're going to want to make sure that you have these things in place, okay? Don't get me wrong, your signature offer can be a strategy call, but just make it fun, make it super valuable. So Josh Anderson says, what if you don't have a staircase program? You should always have a stair, but that's how you make your money. Like it doesn't matter what type of business you're in. I'll give you guys an example. So whenever I was working with brick and mortar businesses, right? Pizza parlors, they were like, well, what's our value ladder? I was like, okay, this is the deal. This is what we're gonna do. And this is how we ascended people up the value ladder. Now some businesses have longer value ladders than others, right? A realtor, what is their value ladder gonna look like? They're gonna rent to a couple. They're gonna help that couple find their first house. They're gonna help that couple expand and get a family home. Then they're gonna help that couple get a vacation home and then probably a retirement place, right? So it doesn't matter what type of business. In the pizza parlor industry, right? We bring them in with a free slice of pizza. We get them in the door, give them a free appetizer and an upsell to a drink, right? Then we give them a coupon to come back with their friends for a lunch, right? Then we talk to them and talk them into booking their company event there for Christmas, right? Very, very, like even restaurants have value ladders, right? Super Size Me, that's a value ladder. We all have different points. Like if we just have one offer, we're gonna have to bring in a lot of people every single month, like work really hard instead of, because this is the thing, if we have some type of value ladder in place, it is easier for me to ascend the clients that I have in the $7 offer to my premium membership than it is for me to go out and find new premium members all the time. It's easier to serve the clients that you're already serving and find different offers for them. And it doesn't matter what industry you're in. Like you can own a tire shop, you can own a restaurant, you can own a coaching business. It doesn't matter. We have to have some type of pathway to keep our clients happy and spending more money, okay? I didn't want to go off on a tangent there, but we should all have some type of ascension system. That's where we're gonna make our money. That's where the cash flow is gonna come in. So we have our vanity URL, we have our core product, right? What is one of the first things that I teach you guys in the $7 course is your organic foundation. I will say this, organic traffic is like fuel to your Facebook advertising. And I'm seeing it more and more with my agency clients. And this is why I try to teach you guys this as early as I possibly can. The very first thing you want to do, install that Facebook pixel, and you want to send a massive amount of organic traffic there. Good example, right now, my $7 offer is converting for $2.26 with Facebook ads. Now, if you guys try to go and run a $7 ad, an ad to a $7 offer, it's not going to perform as well. Here's why. I promoted the $7 group organically and sold it over 400 times before running my first cold traffic ad to it. What did that do? It warmed the pixel and trained that pixel to know the profiles of all of you guys. And then when I created a lookalike audience off of you guys and went to that cold audience, Facebook already knew the type of people to bring to me. And so that is why it's super important that we are installing the Facebook pixel. The Facebook pixel is going to start tracking the people that are visiting your offers. Therefore, if you are an organic rock star, and I'm going to get to my client here in a minute, if you are an organic rock star, you're going to be sending all of your ideal traffic to your offer so that the Facebook pixel is actually going to learn what your ideal audience looks like and is going to start sending more of those people that look like that to you. It is once you know how to rig the game, guys, it's just literally pushing a button. And I literally call this strategy the ATM strategy. What we're going to do is literally, it's called the ATM strategy because this is the first strategy I do with my clients when they first come into my agency, because like Jock says, he only does organic, but it's been a long-term game strategy. Absolutely. I went live for 9 months on my profile, sent people to cheat sheets and all of this for 9 months before I even offered them anything. Like, it is a long, slow game, but guess what, guys? It's sustainable. It is very sustainable. Right now, everyone's freaking out. Guess what? I've just closed the best month I've ever had in my business because I built it for this. And that's what I want you guys to do, is build your businesses and attract the audiences that you want, so that when we come into these uncertain times, you are just you already have that audience that's built, and now all you have to do is serve them. That's all you have to do. It's easy as serving them, getting to know them, and putting them an offer that they need. Okay? Avishai says, what to do if only 1 or 2 people are engaging with your organic strategy, Facebook Live videos? No one engaged with my video the first time. It took about 21 days of me going, and Nancy, I see her smirking because she's heard me tell this story all the time. I went live to crickets for about 21 days. But guess what? By the time 90 days hit, and I'm telling you guys, what I did was, you know, that 15 pieces of content exercise that I showed you guys? I developed that for me. All of those things that you learn in that 7-day organic marketing sprint, that's not bullshit. I literally built my business to my first run rate of 6 figures doing just those things. A Facebook Live, that was my very first funnel. A Facebook Live to a Google cheat sheet, to a call form, to a PayPal link. That was my first sales funnel that got me to my first 6-figure run rate, okay? What you're gonna do is you're gonna do that 15 pieces of exercise. You're gonna go live every single day. I promise you, I guarantee you, you go live using my formula every day for 90 days, your business will change. It will be completely different than where you are now. 21 days, I went live every single day to crickets. But guess what? Now, those videos that used to get no engagement whatsoever, they're still in the news feed because people keep going back and binge watching my content and commenting for those cheat sheets. People might not be watching now, but guess what? 30 days, 40 days, when you start to get people that are following all your videos, they're gonna go back and see those other videos that you did that had no views, and all of a sudden, you're gonna have more leads than you know what to do with. It takes me like 3 to 4 days to actually follow up with all the leads that I get. That organic 2-step, I call it the Client Accelerator 2-step, and it's in the phase 1. This is the best way to feed people into this offer, hands down. I guarantee you, if you guys do that organic 2-step, what I do is I do my 15 pieces of content, I put my headline, promise of value, and my 3 bullet points, and I stick it right here for just in case I have a brain for it. Because guess what, guys? It happens to me. It happened to me the other day, and I just said, fuck it. I took my wine glass, I took a sip while I was on live, and I said, you know what? I just fucked up. I'm gonna take a drink, and then I'm gonna come back. It's like I did now. It's okay. Guess what? It's real freaking life. It's real life. The other day, one of my clients, VIP client, big dude, he speaks on stage with Tony Robbins. He speaks on stage with Grant Cardone. We were shooting a live webinar the other day. Actually posted a screenshot of it on my page. His little daughter just comes out screaming and hollering, "Daddy, Daddy, Daddy." And like, he's just like, oh, well, I guess she's going to help me. She's going to help Daddy teach other business owners how to be a millionaire. And he handed her a marker and they just kind of wrote on the board together. It's real life, right? It's like, we're approachable. I'm not I guess you guys have probably figured out I'm not an internet marketer. I worked 19 years in television. All of my marketing strategies that I learned, I'm looking at a book right there that was written in the 1940s by Eugene Schwartz called Breakthrough Advertising. It's the same book I read to learn how to write news promos and TV show promos. That's what I did. You guys want to know what I did? So, You guys want to find out where I got this headline promise of value formula from? To get you guys to freaking watch boring ass news stories. That's literally where I got this formula. But guess what? That same formula works to get you guys to watch my Facebook Lives. So basically what I did, I worked for CBS. I've been working for CBS. Well, I started with ABC back in 2002. Yes, I do not look as old as I do. I'm about to be 40 next week. Not 40, 38. Oh my God, I'm knocking on 40. Not gonna be 38. Woo! See, I only had one glass of wine too, but I'm pumped up. I love telling this story. But basically what I did was I started at ABC. Then when I was working in Dallas, I was the brand manager for CBS. And I literally did this thing where I wrote those news teases, you know, the ones that are on CSI. You're watching CSI and all of a sudden you're like, next at 11, CBS goes inside the governor's mansion. What we found in the refrigerator could kill you. Details at 11. That's what I did. My job at CBS was to make sure, we used to use this term, keep honey waiting, right? Husband wants to, you know, do a little fooling around in the bedroom. My job was to keep the wife out there watching the news to keep honey waiting, right? We just needed the wife to watch the first 10 minutes so that the meter could mark and we could get our ratings, right? So that was my job. That's my background. I'm not an internet marketer. I did not learn how to do social media ads from Ty Lopez's social media marketing agency. Although that is a very good course to learn how to do that. I did go through it. Just I love staying up to date with what everyone's teaching. And the things that I'm teaching are everything that I learned by marketing and television. And so this Spiderweb strategy was actually inspired by old school methods of promoting a new TV show or a new news program, right? You would see the commercial. What's the next thing after you see the commercial? You go to your car, you're driving to work, you see a billboard, right? Then you get the mailers, then you see it in the newspaper, then you're at the bus stop. Whoa, that's a new show coming, right? So the Spiderweb strategy was actually inspired by what we used to do in television. And so all we're doing is we're literally putting content in front of the right people, right? Most of you guys on your profile right now, you have your ideal audience's ears and you have their eyes. And so the most valuable thing that you can do right now is to actually put together content that is actually going to move them one step further. And do not be afraid to give away the form. I guarantee you guys, in your head, you think you're giving away the form, but you're too close to your product. Like a lot of people who do Facebook advertising, I get emails all the time. I cannot believe you just went live with that. I charge $2K for my course. I'm like, you're not my ideal audience. My ideal audience knows that I know my shit. They can see the framework of the strategy and they want to learn how to do it. Whereas to someone who already knows Facebook ads, they know all my strategies. I'm giving them away. And people get mad, but it's like, are you just a one-trick pony? You don't want to be a one-trick pony. You want to constantly be educating yourself and you want to constantly give value to your audience, okay? So what we're going to be doing is I want you guys to go live as much as humanly possible. Don't worry, if you're not doing an organic strategy and you're just doing paid, I'm going to get to that in just a minute. We're gonna make them work together, and that's why I call this the Spiderweb strategy. And so basically what we're going to do is we're going to go live on our page, right? As often as we can. Look at our little videos. I'm a graphic designer, not an artist. But so we're basically going to go live on our page and we're going to give them little freebies, right? We don't constantly want to send people to an offer. So this is what I do. I call this value bomb landing pages. And so basically every time I go live, I have some type of cheat sheet, right? And so what I do is every time I send you guys a cheat sheet, it is on a pixeled landing page. I'm not asking you guys to opt in. Sometimes I do it in the form of a blog post, but guess what? That blog post is pixeled. And so I'm giving value. I'm like jab, jab, right? I'm giving you guys value through the Facebook Live. I'm getting you to comment, and this is where most people go wrong in the engagement two-step method, but we're going live, and then I'm giving value in my value bomb landing page, or I'm sending them to a video that is also pixeled, right? So every time I go live, I'm either gonna give you a cheat sheet, or I'm gonna give you a masterclass to watch. Both of those are pixeled. Josh Anderson says, do you use the same pixel for all freebies? You use your pixel throughout all your funnels, all through your website. You use the same pixel. Pixel tracks audience data. So you always want to use the same pixel. You want to put the pixel on your website. You want to put the pixel on your landing page. You want to put the pixel on any place that you send people off of Facebook. So you definitely want to use the same one. So here's a little secret. This is where most people go wrong in the in the Client Accelerator two-step organically, right? So when people are commenting for my cheat sheet on my live, a lot of people keep saying they're getting put in Facebook jail because you guys are delivering PDFs in Messenger. That's missing the entire point of why we do this Client Accelerator two-step. The point of doing this and giving value is so that we can get invited into their Messenger and have a conversation, right? You guys ever heard the term conversation conversions? This is one of those conversation conversion methods, right? They're inviting us to go into Messenger. It doesn't happen very often where people are like, yes, come into my Messenger and sell me something, right? We're not gonna sell them something, we're gonna surprise them. We're gonna deliver their cheat sheet. But what I like to do first, because here's the deal, most of the time when people ask for a cheat sheet, they just want the cheat sheet, they're gathering that freebie, they just want that freebie, right? So I take control of the conversation and I say, hey, I've got that cheat sheet for you, but have you ever ran ads before, or is this gonna be your first time? And then I open up the conversation and they're like, well, I've never ran ads. Well, how's your organic marketing doing? I start asking them questions. They're like, well, organic marketing kind of sucks. Oh, you know what? This ad cheat sheet probably isn't the best training, but I'm gonna give it to you anyway. But here's another training that's gonna actually help you move forward. That's where most people go wrong when it comes to executing that Client Accelerator two-step. They're not taking advantage of that opportunity to have a conversation and to actually help someone. That is literally how I made my first 6 figures, is moving people from Facebook Live into having conversations on Messenger and either delivering that cheat sheet or recommending that they hop on a free strategy call with me. Yep. So Avishai says, I've given cheat sheets but find myself stuck because I don't want to give too much. Do you have any? I say give it all. I say there's never, if you are truly an expert in what you do, you're never going to run out of information. You're never, ever going to run out of information. And this is where I say educate yourself and make yourself better every single day. Like, I can give away my Facebook ad strategies all day long, and more people are probably going to come, because, and this is where marketers are like, they want you to dangle the carrot and market with curiosity. Like I said, I don't come from the internet marketing world, and I don't believe that bullshit because it's not sustainable. You have to position yourself as an authority. I will tell you this, and you guys know I'm no fluff, no BS. Most of you guys are not selling your product because your audience is confused as hell. They don't know what you do, and they don't know how you can truly help them. Yep. Christina says, I get nervous chatting on Messenger. I'm afraid I feel like I'm pushing, but I need to change that. So I'm giving them what they need. Absolutely. It takes the sliminess out of sales. I was on a call yesterday and someone asked me what my sales process looked like. I was like, what? I was like, she's like, do you have like a sales script? Like, what does your calls look like? And then I was like, well, what am I doing with you right now? And she's like, well, you're helping me with a Facebook ad strategy. I'm like, okay. I was like, is it helping you? And she was like, yeah. I was like, doesn't it make you want to work with me? Well, yeah. Okay, cool. If you want to work with me at the end of the call, we're going to work together. But if not, cool. You have a strategy you can take home, and you'll remember that if someone else needs my help, you're going to send them my way, right? Absolutely. Cool. I charge $97 for my strategy call. Whether people want to buy my whatever, I'm getting paid for my time. It's super cheap, $97. But I truly love what I do, guys. And I hope that everyone who's on this call truly loves what and maybe that's why some people don't connect with what I do. They don't understand it, is because they don't love what they do as much as I do. But let's see. Erica says, I think you can still share it with, let's see. I'm only sharing, Sanjay says, I'm only sharing with specific audiences who are business owners, so lives can't be public. Is that okay for the first 90 days? Absolutely, I did the same thing. So whenever I first started going live, I was like, oh shit, what are my friends and family, like whatever. I just like made a list of my friends and family and excluded them from all my lives. Now the downside to that is it removes it from being public. And so if someone tries to share your content, it's gonna come up as unavailable. But for the first 90 days, hardly anyone was engaging, and I was able to train the algorithm, because if mom commented or my friend, it would tell Facebook, hey, this content's for friends and family, and so it would tend to show it to them more than it would my business contacts. I say if you've been on Facebook a long time and Facebook already, like you've been doing business for the last 6 months to a year, I say don't worry about that, putting it on list. But for some of you guys who do feel uncomfortable going live in front of your friends and family, absolutely use a list. Absolutely. April says, can you remind us what the program is that you can pixel a Google Doc? Absolutely. It's called Pixel Me. You could use Pixel Me, or there's another one called Click Meter. So Julie, good question. Julie asks, what about going live in a Facebook business page? Absolutely. If that's where your audience is, it depends, right? I go live on my Facebook, on my profile, because that's where my audience is. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but if you go live or if you post content on your Facebook business page, Facebook only shows it to 2% of that audience. So if 2% of that audience doesn't start engaging, or it's going to not show it to any more people. So on my personal profile, I just have my audience. And so this is literally my flow of what I do. I go live on my Facebook profile. I download that video and I put a wrapper on it where it has the header and footer. I send it to my LinkedIn guy. I post it on Instagram, and then I post it to my business page where it has that nice header and everything. So that's my workflow. And I upload it to YouTube. I use something called repurpose.io. It's a program that's not free, but it'll literally, you can set it to where if you go live on your personal profile, it will automatically send it to your business page. It's really freaking cool. It'll automatically send it to your business page. It'll automatically send it to YouTube. It'll automatically send it to LinkedIn. It's awesome. It basically does everything that a content agency would do for you. Yep. Let's see, Avishai says, you're a Facebook friend on my list. Is what I post confusing as to what I do as a health coach? I was typing when you mentioned some things posted are confusing to the audience. Not sure what question what you're asking. I'll come back to the chat though. Because I really want you guys to lead with something that you guys can actually do. So we're getting people onto pixeled content, right? Our pixeled content, our cheat sheets. Every single one of our cheat sheets, every single one of our value bombs are called that for a reason, right? We're trying to get them to that offer. So all of my cheat sheets, at first, we're leading people to a strategy call. Now all of my cheat sheets lead to this program. Probably some of you guys who are sitting here probably got from this program from one of my cheat sheets. Vanessa says, so should you add friends? Absolutely, add 30 to 40 a day. This is a little ninja hack that I did with myself, and I do it for all my clients. So basically build up your friends list to your perfect, like 5,000. Get as close to your ideal audience with 5,000 friends as possible before you start running ads. Do it organically. I didn't have a business page till a year ago because I built up my audience on my profile. It took about 9 months, and I really was very, very cognitive of who I was adding. I wanted them to be my ideal audience because I knew from working in television that Facebook allows you to actually transform your profile into a business page, but you can only do it once. So you have to do it. You have to put some thought into it. And so basically what it does is if you go to facebook.com/ I posted it in the $7 group yesterday. Someone asked me for it, but basically you click on this link and it will ask you, do you want to bring all your photos, all your videos? It'll literally make a carbon copy of your Facebook profile into a business page. And guess what? It brings all of your friends as likes. So you can go from having 0 followers on that business page to having close to 5,000. And then what I told Facebook to do is bring on all my videos. Like I didn't want it to bring over my pictures or anything else, like any of my posts, but you can set it to bring everything over, or you can tell it to bring nothing over. It's repurpose.io. Yep. And so basically I just told Facebook, bring all of my videos over. And so all of a sudden I had a business page that had like a little over 4,000 people that were my ideal audience. And the first thing I did was I went to Facebook, the audience, and I said, Facebook, here's my tribe of people, make a lookalike audience. So guess what Facebook delivered to me? 2.1 million people that fit the profile of all of you guys. And that's who I've been running my ads to. So see, everything that I do is very strategic. And that's what I keep trying to like make sure that I'm teaching you guys. Everything that you do has to be strategic. Every time I go live, I know I'm going to make money. I want it to be that, like, it literally can't, even whether you're doing organic or doing paid, you want everything to do something with a purpose. We don't just want to spend time on Facebook. People think I'm on Facebook all day. I'm not. I'm probably on Facebook about an hour a day. That's it. Seems like I'm here all day though, right? because I come online with a purpose and I have everything scheduled out. Yeah, your personal page. Yeah, you still have your personal page. Josh asked, do you keep your old personal page? Yeah, the whole business page just becomes like, if you go to Laurel Portier, like if you type in Laurel Portier, you'll see my personal profile and then you'll see my business page. It just becomes a business page. Now here's the deal. If you are a retail brand or something, it won't let you change it to like Laurel's shoes or whatever. It has to be you have to be a personal brand. Yep. You want to know, so Angela says that she wants to know how you're only on Facebook for an hour a day. Go download the daily checklist that I've got in phase 1. That's how I'm only on Facebook for an hour a day. My daily checklist. I've got it for everyone to see. I've got a daily checklist and I've got a 90-day checklist. I show you guys how I do my 90-day plans. I'm very, very strategic with everything I do. Everything I do. So we're getting people from our profile organically, right? We're getting them to this offer. If you are only doing organic traffic right now and you're not doing any ads, you're leaving so much money on the table. Remember I told you guys the story of my client who pays me, an insane amount of money along with profit share just to do $5 ads for her? You guys are gonna laugh. Guess what we do? This says $3 and this says $2. 2 ads. A reach campaign to a custom audience of people who have visited that offer in the last 30 days. That's it. 2 single ads. One is a reminder video and the other one is a testimonial. The reminder video basically just says, hey guys, I see that you guys have been, binge watching my content. Now, are you ready to take that next step? And I forget what she says. She's got a very good relationship with her audience, but she does this on both Facebook and LinkedIn. She drives all of her organic traffic and she just hires me to do $5 ads for her. $23K a week. That's the power of rigging the game. That's what my mentor always tells me. You want to rig the game so that you win every single time. She's not losing anything here. She's already sending traffic there. She would be losing money. Think about that. She'd be leaving $19,000 on the table every single week by not retargeting with a $2 and $3 ad. Her offer, just transparency, her offer right here is a 5-day challenge. So she spent 5 days with these people and upsold them at the end. But all of the people that didn't buy, reminder and a killer testimonial. So that's how the Spiderweb strategy works. Now we're not going to stop here with Facebook, right? We can retarget using Google ads. We could retarget using YouTube. And so I'm gonna make you guys some companion videos that are gonna go with this masterclass tonight so that you guys can see the technical parts of it. I just want you guys to know the actual framework of it. Because until you learn the framework, the technical part is gonna be so freaking confusing. It's easy as heck to place a Google ad. It's easy as heck to place a YouTube ad. You can Google it. I mean, I'll walk you guys through tomorrow whenever I'm optimizing some of my clients' ads. But that's essentially what we're doing. We're just literally retargeting people. And that's what I love about like the Verizon pixel. There's all of these different, there's like 60 or 80 different pixels that you can put on your content. If Facebook goes away, guess what? You still have like 60 or 80 platforms that you can retarget. Nextroll, it's called Nextroll, Nextroll. It's an amazing tool, works very similar to Google. So basically what we're doing, we're just simply putting our content out there, driving to an offer. So think about this. Let's really think about this. We have a vanity URL. So here's how you guys want to know how to send a massive amount of traffic in a short amount of time. How many of you guys have like an offer that you really want to sell or that you really want to have like an opt-in to? Here's what you do. You make a checklist, okay? I did a case study actually a couple of weeks ago, how like one of my clients literally was making $2,000 to $3,000 a day just retargeting based off of the same thing. Because I told this other client about my client who does the challenges. And so basically, instead of running ads to the challenge, she's like, I want to try this organic thing. I want to do what your person did. So what I told her to do, I said, okay, cool. Make a list of 10 people who are in your network right now that need, that do kind of similar to where you are not a direct competitor, but you could borrow their audience. This is one of the most powerful things. You guys know Brandon Hofer, right? Me and Brandon, we have the same audience for different reasons. Justin Demirs, right? Brilliant at helping people with live video. Guess what? I could teach live video. I don't need to. I've got Justin in my back pocket that'll do it for me, and we use each other's audiences. And so basically right now what I want you to do is think about 10 people who are in your network that would complement what you do. Let's say you're a nutrition coach. I don't know if Andrea's on here. I miss Andrea. I felt like I didn't see her today. She's my premium program. She is a fitness and nutrition coach, but she talks a lot of nutrition. That kind of seems like what her expertise is in. Brandon used to be a fitness coach. That would be an amazing connection, right? Andrea teaches nutrition. Brandon teaches the fitness part, right? They could borrow each other's audience. Jay Jackson, he is a fitness expert to entrepreneurs. He teaches a lot of quick workouts. Good person to share an audience with Andrea, right? Andrea's, I think she's targeting like women. Jay's more after the men entrepreneurs, but they have a lot of same overlap. What's good for Jay? Like, people might not like Jay, they might like Andrea, right? So think about 10 people who are in your network that you could borrow their audience. Like, people always want to go to Facebook ads, but organically, I find that organic traffic is the best, because like, let's say I'm looking at Nancy right now. If I say, Nancy, could I go live with you on your Facebook profile? That's going to be way more powerful than me running a cold audience building campaign, because what's going to happen? I'm going to go live on Nancy's page. I'm going to borrow her 3,000, right? I'm going to borrow her 3,000 people that are on her profile. She's recommending me. She's endorsing me. That is going to be so much more powerful. Oh yeah, bring her around for everyone, Nancy. That's awesome. Her husband's pouring her a mimosa. I love this. So it's going to be much more powerful if Nancy brings me onto her profile, introduces me as her own Facebook ads expert, authority. I've got instant authority, instant credibility. And so now all of Nancy's people automatically trust me. So much more powerful than if I went and spent $100 on a Facebook ad. So I want you guys to just start thinking, okay, how can I first utilize Facebook advertising that's not going to cost me a lot of money until I really learn how to really do a robust strategy? So in the $7 program, you'll notice there's not a lot of robust strategies, because I want you guys to learn this strategy. This one right here should be the very first Facebook ad that you ever place. The very first one. We want to be able to set up a reach campaign. Guess what? Phase 3, I show you guys how to do this step by step. You actually get to see me over the shoulder place the ad. Sanjay says, I'm part of all 3, Brandon, Justin, and Laurel. You guys passed me around nicely. Yeah. We're building a community of people who all have the same, like, we all 3 believe in the same thing, so we do. It's a very powerful thing. Some of my premium members now are getting to come and do trainings for you guys, because I trust them. I'm using them. And so I would definitely like recommend you guys go, like, when you get off this call, I want you to guys do like literally action steps after you guys get off this call. Then I'm gonna shut the hell up, because I do like to, I'm chatty Cathy. I really want to keep this. We could get really, really very technical. I don't want to get technical. I want to get actionable, because I do know that after this video, I can give you guys the homework of going watch phase 3, because I know so many of you guys are sending organic traffic to an offer, and all you need to do is deploy one of these ads and you guys are going to make money. I know there's going to be someone on this call. There's 45 people on this call. I know that someone on this call is going to go and do one of these ads, and by tomorrow we'll have made money with Facebook ads. I guarantee it. Yep. So basically, reach campaign. That's all I'm doing. It's a secret that I learned from John Parks, who does ads for Russell Brunson. Ironically, I did ads for John Parks. He does ads for Russell Brunson. I don't know why. He needed someone to do his ads, but I guess people get busy, right? He's too busy running Russell's ads. He needs someone to run his own. Anyway, I learned that trick from him. All of Russell's ads are reach. Every single retargeting ad's a reach campaign. Guess what? Reach campaign is much cheaper than conversion. And if you're already bringing in all this organic traffic, I feel like you've already like pre-qualified them, honestly. I don't want to like optimize it for conversions, because remember, reach campaign is optimized to reach everyone in that target audience. If you optimize it for a conversion, Facebook is going to try to find the people who are most likely to convert. Therefore, it's going to diminish your audience size by probably like 90%. So let's say you've got 1,000 people in your offer. If you choose a conversion campaign, it's probably going to only show it to 100 out of those 1,000 people, because it's trying to find the people who Facebook says is likely to convert. Versus a reach campaign, it's going to show it to as many of those people as humanly possible, depending on your actual audience size. So what if you don't? So Josh, very good point. So what if you don't have organic content? I'm going to walk you guys through one of my very favorite ads to be doing right now. So let's say we don't have organic content. We're only doing the paid route. This is not going to change. Everything's going to stay the same, okay? We're going to do something that I call power content. Okay, you're going to send your cold audiences to this very first video. You guys know where I'm going with this. You're going to send your cold targeted audiences to this first video. You're going to make a custom audience of people who watch 25% or more, and you're going to send them to the next video. Send them to the next video, boom. Then you're going to send people to the offer. The cold traffic, and then this is what I do. And actually, me and Nancy just talked about this today. So what I do is I measure the audience that's doing the best as far as watching these videos. So I'm sending cold traffic. So if you guys have followed my training, you guys know that I actually do different types of audiences. I like to do 5 ad sets in my campaigns. 5 ad sets. Nope, all the same campaign. I actually do a walkthrough of my video setup in, I think it's the ads clinic, Angela. So it's all the same campaigns. So you're going to have 5 ad sets going to that one video, and then you're only going to have 1 ad set, right? Because the ad set's going to be the custom audience of people who watch 25% of this video. So you're going to have 5 ad sets that are cold targeted audiences and 2 ad sets that are going to be warm audiences. And it's a video view campaign. Now, what I also do, so Josh, I know that you're only doing cold target paid ads. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see which of these 5 ad sets is getting me the most 100% views or the most 25% views. Boom, I'm sending that ad set to this offer, straight to that offer. I like using video content to test which ad sets I'm going to send to an offer. That's why I love video. I love video ads. So I'm sending both cold traffic and warm traffic from these videos to this offer. Eventually, once you turn the faucet on here, these conversions are going to become super low. 3 to 5 minutes. It's super important that these 3 videos are 3 to 5 minutes. I just use video because we're trying to track the 25% or more. You can use blog posts as power content. I don't find that they're as powerful as using video. Video is just so powerful. Companies and brands who aren't using video are missing out on a huge opportunity. I love that, Erica. It's all making sense now, how all of this is coming together. Now you guys understand why I call it the Spiderweb strategy, right? This is total beginner, like Spiderweb strategy one-on-one, but I feel like we've covered a lot. And so I'm actually going to take myself off of the spotlight, and I would hope that you guys unmute yourself. And oops, I didn't want to stop my video. Start my video. Cancel the spotlight. There we go. I'm going to put us on the Brady Bunch view. Woo! Now I can see all your beautiful faces at one time. What's up, Steph? Don't look so bored. Steph needs a shot. Yeah, turn on your mics, turn on your video.
I need Nancy to bring me a mimosa.
I'm tired of talking. Someone asked me a really good question. Someone sent me a challenging question. I like
Hi,
those.
Laurel. It's Avishai. Can you hear me?
That wine has been taunting me for about 47 minutes.
Love it.
No one has any questions, really?
I do.
I did.
Julie, I'm looking at you, girl.
So I am brand new
You're on
to all
mute.
this.
Or
Sorry.
maybe your mic's not on. Let's see. Let me figure it out.
I'm not muted anymore.
Julie.
Hold on.
Yeah, it says that you're not muted. There you are.
Laurel, we can hear her.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear any of us?
I'll come back to you. I'll make sure that you're taken care of, Julie. Don't worry.
Okay. Thank you.
You might have to restart, but I'm going to come back to you.
Hello?
Oh, you can hear her?
Laurel, yeah, we can hear her just fine. I think just you can't.
Interesting. Okay. I might have to put my earbuds in. Let me see. That is super weird. No wonder you guys were like, a while ago when someone was being loud, I didn't hear it. Someone talk?
Hello?
Oh my God, I can hear you guys. That is so freaking weird. Awesome. Go ahead, Julie. I got you.
Okay. Thank you. So I've been with my company for 8 years. I want to do a $5 challenge offer. This is all brand new to me.
Okay.
So just for a brand new newbie, where would you say I begin? I'm a good student. I want to learn, but I just need to know where to begin.
Okay. So when you say a $5 challenge, do you mean you're going to charge $5 or you want to do the $5 a day strategy?
No, I want to do a five-day challenge for health and wellness.
Okay, cool. Do you want to do it organically or do you want to fill it with paid ads?
I'm not sure. Maybe
Okay.
both.
When is the challenge?
Like 2 weeks. I need to build content for it.
Okay, awesome. 2 weeks is good. I would always recommend starting marketing 2 to 3 weeks. So what you're going to do is you're literally going to make a plan. What type of content? And I would say go live every single day. We need to start getting some eyes on your content. Add 30 to 40 people a day who are your ideal audiences. Once you start doing that, after about a month, Facebook starts feeding them to you. I noticed after I started like hanging out in the groups and adding certain people, Facebook would be like, you should be friends with this person. You should be friends with this person. They're a holistic coach and naturopathic coach and all. I'm like, oh my God, they're actually bringing me my people. So I would do that. And then I would also start some audience building for you and also running some, I usually recommend for challenges, $10 a day per ad set. So if you want to fill it with paid ads, I would do $10 per ad set for the challenge. Challenge opt-ins are a little bit more expensive than ebooks, but challenge opt-ins are more valuable.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? Because you're going to spend more time. You're going to spend time with them, and then usually after the 5 days, we usually take them on to a longer form training. That's what my client did. That's doing the 19 to 23K. Basically, she takes them on a 5-day challenge, and then on the 5th day, it's kind of like a webinar, but it's live. And she spends some time with them, and then sends them to her $2,000 offer or $2,300. I forget how much it is.
So you said that you consult as well. So I would like some information about that.
On what?
Your consultation. You said you consult. I'd like some information on that.
Okay, I'll send you my calendar link.
So there you go.
I do it for you guys for $97. Everyone else gets $397. That's another benefit of being in my $7 group.
I've got a question.
Oh. Absolutely. Hey, Mary, we missed you today.
So I do weekly live streams, and
Okay.
I do it from several different places. I have Ecamm and Restream, so there's about 4 different places, including my profile page, that I live stream on a weekly basis.
Okay, so you're fancy with your lives.
Yes, very fancy.
You got the fancy techie stuff. Tell me more.
So I guess my question is that then which do I choose to do an ad set from? Because it's the places that it's 2 groups, my profile page, and 2 business pages. One
Okay.
business page has way more people than the other page. This is Pooh Bear, by the way.
Aw.
Oh my God, Ramon's somewhere around. Usually you'll see him like walking around in back of me. I don't know. He might be being lazy.
He loves my sweatshirt, so what can I say?
That's awesome. So tell me a little bit about which business page are you actually using like to promote your business? I know you have a couple of things going on.
All right, so my page that has a lot on it is positive educational training, but the page I'm trying to promote is my coaching page, all right?
Okay.
Which only has 130 people, 130 likes on that. So that's the page I really want to promote from, but there's not a lot of people on that page.
Right. So what's your coaching program?
Well, it is within the pet industry, and
Okay.
for small business owners to get their businesses, a little bit better, to get them where they're actually businesses and not hobbies.
I love that. Okay. So this is what I recommend, because even though your other page has a lot of people on it, it doesn't have your ideal audience on it.
Right.
So what you want to do is you definitely want to use the page that represents what your business is, so that we can attract more of those people, right? Because what if you were running ads from the other one? You would probably attract people who were more interested in the pet thing, right?
Right.
But you want to attract pet-owned businesses or small businesses who are not quite businesses to that page. So we wouldn't want to use the one that's for your other business. Does that make sense?
Yes. All right. So then, even though that when I do the live stream from that, if it's just live, there's maybe one person watching, but every place else has got more people watching.
Yep, absolutely. So here's what I like to do. So this audience building strategy that I just did right here,
Right.
a lot of people are like, after that third video, where do you send people? That third video is the perfect audience. So you could do two things, right? Do this audience building. You could do it for $1 a day, $2 a day. This audience building strategy, once they get to that third video, make a custom audience of people who've watched that third video 25% or more of the time, right? Because that audience is warm, right? They've watched video 1, they've watched video 2, and now they've watched video 3. Now, every time you go live, as soon as you get off that live stream, use the boost button. Yes, I just said use the boost button. Use the boost button to boost it to that custom audience that you've built with your audience building. You guys see where this is going? That's why that audience building strategy is super powerful. People don't know how to utilize the boost button. That's how I utilize the boost button. I use it as a broadcast, right? Like, you know how people say, like, when you have an email list, like you send out a broadcast. So I use it as my business page is a broadcast list. So every time I go live, I just boost it to that custom audience of people who've been engaging with all of my video content. And I keep building and building that audience, and they keep seeing more and more of my content.
Okay. I asked one more question too. I have an absolute load of written content.
Awesome.
Blogs. I was writing for a trade publication for quite some time. So then to take the articles and the blogs that I've written and basically just do them as a live stream.
You can, absolutely. I would actually do both, because like what I do is every time I go live, I turn it into a written blog post. Anytime I write a blog post, I'm turning it into a live. So what you could actually do is, especially with this audience building strategy, you could have 2 audience building strategies, right? You can have a video view campaign going to these videos, and you can have a traffic campaign that's going to those written posts. People who are clicking on those written posts, guess what? You're making a custom audience of people who've clicked on that post, and where are you sending them? Top of that video funnel. You see how we're just basically we're building audiences using all of the assets that we have and sending them to other places. We're nurturing them. This is the one thing that no one gets right when it comes to Facebook advertising. They do the front end ad, but they never do the nurture process.
Right. And I just want to say thank you, because one of the first videos that I had watched, so we did a virtual trade show, and I boosted that for $10. And from that boost, we had 7 people directly sign up from that. So that was $700 from a $10 ad.
That's awesome. That is great. That's like less than $2 a lead.
And then on top of it, we have everybody now that on my website, there's like 800 people who just went to the sales page. When we do the next trade show, that's the audience I'm going to be, sending the ad to those people who went to the first sign up page.
That's awesome. So literally all you're doing is taking these audiences and you're sending them to more content. And that's
Yeah.
what I love about all of these custom audiences. And if you are confused about how to create these custom audiences, in the Facebook ads clinic, I walk you through all of that stuff. And I know someone was asking, how do you do the custom audiences for the other videos? It's all in the back office.
So I just wanted to say thank you.
You are very welcome. By the way, you do know, like, I know you're in my premium program. If you want to like show up on a call, I could actually help you with a really good strategy.
All
I
right.
wanted to make sure that you know. I know some people are busy.
Which call should that be? So I can put it in my book.
Absolutely. So, were you able to access the new Kartra site?
Yes.
Okay, cool. There's a in the second tab, it says attend the live calls. And then I have the call schedule, and there's a Google Calendar too. So you can click on it and then it'll automatically add it to your Google Calendar. But if not, you can always I have the Google Calendar embedded too. You get me twice a week.
All right. So which day of the week should I be? I should be there.
Either one.
Okay.
Like Nancy will tell you, everyone gets plenty of chances on the calls to get time. Just make sure there's a call format. There's a call form that you have to fill out to get a hot seat.
Okay.
I always, and Nancy will tell you, we've sat there for 3.5 hours one day. I will not leave until everyone fills out one time 4 hours, but I will not leave until everyone gets taken care of, as long as they fill out the form. But if you have any questions, Mary, just reach out to me. Like, you're one of my VIPs, so I'm here to help you however I can.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're very welcome. Just take note that next week is my dark week. I know as I'm telling you this to hop on the calls, I'm like, oh, sorry, next week. It's my dark week, but it's the week that I take to create new content for you guys and like take all of your requests and everything. So next week we don't have any calls, but hopefully on that following Monday, I'll see you. And I'll follow up with you.
All right. Thank you very
Mary,
much.
where's Mary?
Hi,
Carol, I
Lorel.
have a quick question for you, if I may. This is just
Absolutely.
following up. I've been sitting here doing the new ads that you assigned me today, and one of the things that you wanted me to do was to try cold audiences straight to the lead gen, the escape opt-in, and I'm trying to figure out the cold audiences. I originally started with 6 layered audiences that all worked really well, but I'm not quite sure whether to create a new audience of cold.
So I would use the same one that did the best for your video.
Okay.
So for lead gen, so what Nancy's talking about is I teach my students, and it's in the ad clinic too, the 3 types of cold audiences. I do layered audiences, a layering technique, a big group technique, and an independent technique. This is all in the ad clinic if you guys look in the back. But for lead gen, I love the layered technique because I feel like they have to have this interest and they also have to have this interest. So I feel like if we're paying for a conversion ad, it's going to give us a better pool of audience than if we go bigger. But again, I would start with your layered and then go big group and see which one does better. But start with your layered. That was getting those 100% video views.
Awesome. Thank you.
You are very
Hey,
welcome. Hey, what's up?
I have a question. Hi.
Absolutely, Nikki.
Yes. So I'm a newbie at all of this, so it's very easy for me to become confused, which is exactly what I did. And I think I reached out to you in the group. I don't know if you remember. Yeah, you're nodding, so you remember. So I had taken done the vanity URL and basically had just pulled a piece of my course over and said, okay, so I'm going to create the vanity URL and separate part of that program out and do all of that. But then when I spoke to you, you said that basically I stopped promoting my high-end ticket. And
how are you promoting your high-end ticket? We always want, that's where our instant cash flow is in our high ticket. And I think this is where people do get mixed up, is we make our cash flow from our high ticket and we create a low ticket just to bring people up to our high ticket. But you want to promote your high ticket to your warm audience, your low ticket to a cold audience. Does that make sense? But,
yes,
if you have a high ticket, instead of pulling something out from your high ticket, you could just offer a free strategy call or a free worksheet or something. It doesn't have to be a complete course. It could be a freebie, Like a lot of my high ticket coaches, we start with a lead magnet. Like Brandon's lead magnet did awesome as far as getting him strategy calls to upgrade people to his he has an $7,500 program for 6 months. But he had his lead magnet was how to get your first 10 coaching clients, and it was just a PDF, and it was just literally the framework of what he takes his students. And then that PDF went to a free strategy call, 30 minutes, and he would upsell them to his coaching program.
Okay, so my high ticket is an online course that I recently created. So like I said, I'm completely new to this, but
Okay.
I have connected myself with somebody who was helping me with getting me clients basically. And we were running ads and I was spending money and nothing was happening. And so that was how I bumped.
Uh-oh. Oh no. She just froze. We'll come back to her.
Hi, Laurel. Can I ask you a question while
Yeah,
she's frozen?
absolutely. You're up next. Let me answer Jock real quick. He says, what
Go
about
for it.
using the strategy for building groups?
Yeah.
Jock, you want to go to phase 2.
Oh,
Phase
phase
2, I
two.
have everything that you need to know about building groups.
Perfect.
Yep, we just did a 5-day live challenge for that. So it's in
I was
phase
on that, but I missed a few bits of it.
Yep, absolutely. Go back and watch from beginning to end. I guarantee you're going to have the most profitable Facebook group out there because so many people are doing Facebook groups wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Sanjay.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So I've done 3 Facebook Lives, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. What do I do with, how do I get them on? I assume that I need to put them on my business page to promote them. Is that correct?
Yes, if you want to use paid ads, I would absolutely. Even if you're not wanting to use paid ads now, just put them on your business page, upload them to YouTube, put them on Instagram, put them everywhere that you can.
Mhm.
Even though you're not I know a lot of gurus get caught up. Well, you have to optimize it for this. You have to just put your content everywhere. Just be everywhere for right now, and then go back later and start optimizing content. But for me, I put all my content everywhere.
Mhm.
Just because if someone's looking for me on YouTube, I want them to be able to find me.
And how do I get it off the live onto the page?
So you'd have to download it.
I didn't see an option to do that.
So I use an app called GetVid. It's a Google extension, and it allows me to download, it'll put a download button on my actual Facebook Lives and everyone's. If I wanted to steal Nancy's Facebook Live, all I'd have to do is go click that button.
Okay, cool. And last question. So I'm going to do a reach campaign to send them to a landing page, but not ask for an email.
Depends. A reach campaign is for retargeting only, not
cold. Okay.
Not for cold.
So it would be like a cold audience that I've selected from interest and all of that.
So if you want to send cold traffic to a landing page, you're going to use the conversion objective,
Okay. Yeah.
optimized for leads.
Okay. And then last question, I've put custom events, but I couldn't quite figure out the standard events, but I put custom events for each page. Is that sufficient? Is that the same thing?
Absolutely. Standard events and custom events are literally just customized standard events.
Okay. Yeah.
And then
Thank
you
so
have your
much.
custom conversions that are URL based versus code based.
Awesome.
Not to confuse
Appreciate
you
it.
guys, but in the ad clinic, I explained the difference between. But yeah, very good questions.
Thank you.
Laura, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you? I'm looking for you. There you are.
I'm
You're
well.
not on camera. Why are you not on camera?
I'm invisible. I'm invisible today.
Are you
I'm
in
not
your
camera ready.
You're in your underwear.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Question. 2 questions. I have been running organic traffic. I got a vanity URL, and it's called 5 free pages, where I give them, they land and they get 5 free pages after they
Do
click
you
the
have it
next button.
5, the number 5, or FIVE, or both?
I just have the number 5 free pages.
I would try to buy the 5 with the letter 5 and just do a redirect to the number 5.
Okay. Once they land, I'm pixeling them as just page view because they haven't committed to getting the 5 free pages.
Yep.
So when they click on it and go to the next page, that's the page I have the pixel on for leads.
For lead, 100%.
So from there, I should start running paid traffic to the leads should be my custom audience that I'm running paid traffic to buy the actual book, correct?
Yes. So and this is something that I call the fire for. Nancy will shake her head like she's going to be familiar with this. I actually like to put in between the lead opt-in, and I like to put some type of video series of content in between the lead and that to get them to that next purchase or that next commitment.
Okay, so right now I have the 5 free pages. They get the 5 free coloring pages, and then my only next step was going straight to buy the whole book. So maybe I need to put some videos in showing the book in between.
I would send them to your book too, but at the same time, send them to some content. That's gonna be nothing but value. Give them some helpful content as well.
Okay, and then my second question is, what is the absolute minimum you can do on a video view campaign through the ads manager, not a boosted post? Because I know boosted posts you can do like $1 a day or something like that.
You can do $1 a day. You can do $1 a day as well.
Okay, in a full Monty. Okay,
Yep.
and that would be basically for a video view under that $1 a day.
Yep, it'll be a video view campaign, and I like to optimize it for through plays.
For through plays.
Mm-hmm. I
Cool.
think that's what Facebook defaults it to.
Okay, fantastic. I appreciate it.
You're absolutely welcome. Nikki, I'm going to come back to you. I know you got cut off. Angela had a really good question. By the way, Angela Flores is on here. If you guys need Facebook advertising, because my agency is booked, if you need an agency to do lead generation, Angela Flores right here. She's really good at Facebook ads. I go to the same mastermind as her, and so I know she's legit good. But she's got a really good question. I'm pretty sure you already answered this, but I missed it. How much money do you put into the Power Content Video View campaign? Do you do CBO? It depends. I don't do CBO right now. Once Facebook does force us to use campaign budget optimization to do my videos in the way that I do it right here, I'm most likely going to have to put them in different campaigns. I'm not using campaign budget optimization for my video view campaign though.
So, hi, thank you for the shout out, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
So how much do you put, for example, in the first video, you put it in the ad set. How much do you put in that video?
So it depends. Most of my clients are spending between $5,000 to $55,000 a month. And so if that's the top of, because I do 2 different video funnels. I think I taught my other video funnel, the one where there's 3 videos at the top and then there's 5 videos. In this one right here, what you want to do, especially if it's a brand new client and they don't have any pixel data, they're brand spanking new, I'm putting all of my budget right into that first video. I'm putting all of my daily budget because I need to funnel people through. But if I'm starting with a client and they already have like traffic going to an offer, I'm going to split the difference, but I'm looking at that top video as top of funnel. And so I'm going to put a great deal of money into that first video. Because what I'm finding, and I don't know if it is like this for you guys, if I'm at first, the cheap leads will be here, right? Sending cold traffic to an opt-in. But as we start building this audience right here, these leads become unbelievably cheap and they convert fast.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Angela, I'm gonna call you out. Look at Angela. I'm having a honey, I shrunk the kids moment. I love that. It looks like she's sitting in the jungle. Other Angela Langlots. Who, by the way, if you guys need a trademark or any questions.
Hey, Laurel, what's going on? Why are you calling me out?
Because I'm looking at you sitting in the grass. It's funny.
I know, right? I'm in the jungle. Well,
I'm totally having a honey, I shrunk the kids moment. That's what that's what I kept thinking about.
I don't know what's going on, but I use this utility called eyeglasses that helps zoom in on everything. And for some reason, it's now not working with Zoom, and I can't figure out why. So I have this really ugly background behind me that I normally just zoom in on my bookcase, but for some reason it's showing everything. So now I look like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. So I have no idea what's going on with Zoom and eyeglasses, but it's very distressing.
How are you doing? We're supposed to be like meeting up next week in Seattle.
Oh, I know. Yeah. At the Thibodeau event. Or how does he pronounce his name? Thibodeau with a hard T?
Thibodeau. Very
Yeah,
Louisiana.
He's a Cajun, a raging Cajun, just like you, Portier.
That's why we get along so good.
Right. But yeah, I'm going to go to his event in Seattle, the one that he's doing later. I think it's in June because
Okay.
my niece has her bat mitzvah. And then I'm just going to take the plane from Portland to Seattle and then back.
That's awesome.
Oh,
I'm
I'll
gonna
see
probably
you.
have to do that because I'm going to Brandon Hofer's event too, and I think it got postponed. So I'm trying to hit both of them, Portland and Seattle. So if any of you guys are going to Brandon's event or Chad's event, I'll be there. So.
I didn't know that Brandon was having an event, but maybe I'll look into that.
It's very close. That's why I was disappointed because I was supposed to be making my way to Seattle right now.
Got
then
it.
Brandon's was a month later, so we were just going to spend it on the West Coast, and I was going to go down and meet people in LA. But Nikki, let me circle back down to you and anyone else. I can take a couple more questions.
I'd love to ask a question. This is Erica.
Hey, Erica. What? She's like one of my like up and coming rock stars. Erica has been showing up to every freaking call. I love it.
I'm slow moving. All right. So here's my quick question.
Absolutely.
I think I kind of get the flow now, but what I want to know is, so on my vanity URL, so like Brandon, when he did his, you said he did sort of like a PDF about his program. So I could do something similar to that, like a PDF about my program, like a guide, like a blueprint.
So he did it in a way though that wasn't like a guide to his program, even though it was. What he did was he was like, here's how to get your next 10 coaching clients. The first thing you have to do is identify what your message is. You have to identify what your message is because blah, 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 right? It was giving value, but at the end of the day, it was like running through like basically what his program framework is.
Okay, so mine is called the LEAP technique, and it goes through different steps, right? LEAP is the little
I love
steps.
it. You got it. Yep.
So should I do something like that, like run them through the basics of how you would grow your business using these steps?
Absolutely. And I'll give you an example. Like, let's say for this specific, I wanted to make this into a lead magnet, but this is actually the program, right?
Right.
So my lead magnet would be use my Spiderweb strategy to, for less than $5 a day and be a retargeting master. I don't know, making shit up, right? Step one would be organic traffic. The first thing that you should do is make sure that your content's optimized for Facebook. Make sure that all your live videos are going to blah, 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 right? I'm giving them all the framework.
That's what I was thinking. I could tell them all the steps they need to take.
But they still need your videos. They still need your guidance to actually do the things, right?
Right. Right. Okay. So with that, so my video thing, my video ad is going to go to that page, right? That vanity URL.
Yes.
And then from there,
depending. So my video ads, I don't have any calls to action on these. They're just value. I call them power content. And so these 3 to 5 minute videos are nothing but value. I'm not asking for an opt-in. I'm just giving value. Now,
and you don't send them anywhere.
I do in mine. I ask people to comment just like I would on my Facebook Lives. But a lot of my clients are like, oh, that's way too much work. So they just do videos that are just value. And we keep sending them from part to part. And then after, we don't send them to an offer until they made it through at least 2 or 3 pieces of video.
Ah, okay. So then on that last one is when I would send them to the vanity URL.
You absolutely could. Now, once you're going to, and this is the method I do. I like to see, okay, I've got 5 different ad sets that I'm sending to this one video, right? And so I'm looking at that first video's metrics and I'm like, which of these ad sets created the most video views to 25% or 100%? That's where I decide, okay, I'm going to take those ad sets and I'm going to send them to my vanity URL cold. And then if they don't opt in, guess what I do?
Send them to the second?
I send them to the video, right? Because you're sending cold traffic to your landing page, right? You've deemed the winning ad set, right? So the ad sets worked for video 1. Remember, you're going to use the same ad set. That doesn't mean the same exact people are going to. So you're going to send the same ad set, people who hit your landing page, but they don't opt in. We're going to recycle them and send them to the top of your video funnel.
So
we're never really losing our audience. We're just building it.
Okay.
That's where I think most people have that misconception is like, because a lot of people, right, you're taught to just send leads, and then what do you do with them if they don't opt in?
If they don't opt in, you send them to the top of your funnel. But what if they've already seen the top of your funnel?
That's okay. We're still gonna send them to more content, because if they don't opt in, they can get other content that we have, and that's all part of like a very sophisticated ad strategy. Yep. But we're always retargeting our people. If they don't opt in, guess what? You can make a custom audience, and you can put them on your broadcast list for your Facebook business page. You can select, like when you boost a post, you can select as many of your custom audiences as you want.
See, I don't have the custom audiences. So that's what I was trying to do, is figure out how do I get to that stage, and then I can kind of learn the rest as I go. But I need to get to the stage where I can build that custom audience.
Yep. And like,
so I think I need that video thing first, right?
Yep, you can. And I show you guys over the shoulder how to set up all those custom audiences and everything.
But you can't do the custom audience until you have
your cold traffic site. Yeah, you have to have people.
So I do the video one first.
Yep. And in phase 4, I actually walk you guys through that. Like if you watch phase 4.
I've watched it. I've watched it several times. Okay.
All
right. So
hey, this is not easy stuff. This is not easy stuff at all.
All right, so let me just recap. So I'm going to send them to the first video.
Mm-hmm.
And then if they watch the whole thing, I send them to the second. If they watch the whole thing, I send them to the third. Or I send them the first video. If they watch the whole thing, I send them to the offer.
So you can do one of two things. I say test it. There's the one thing that I'm teaching like all of you guys and like my premium students is there's never one way to do something, right? If you want, you can test sending people who watch 25% or more video 1. You can absolutely test it and send them to the offer.
And then if they haven't, send them to video 2.
Absolutely.
If they don't.
There's so many, and that's what I'm trying to teach you guys is that you can mix and match this stuff.
Spiderweb.
But yeah, exactly. Once you understand what we're doing, you can create your own Erica strategy.
Love it. All right. So when they go to the vanity URL, it gives them whatever they're getting. And then on the thank you page is when I do the book to call.
Yep, you absolutely can send people to a book to call page, because then, and this is getting a little sophisticated and into my sophisticated ad strategy, but if they land on your book a call page and they don't book a call, we're going to trigger what I call the Hot 7.
That which I've watched a million times too. Okay, that's when they go to the Hot 7. Okay.
Yep. Erica, when are you going to join my premium?
As soon as I get 1 or 2 of these clients.
Girl, do it. I'm serious. I'm serious. Like go live every single day for 30 days. Use my organic 2-step. I promise you, you will get 1 client in the next 30
I've been live every day for probably 3 weeks, but I have 0 people talking about me.
Okay.
That's why I wanted to do that.
Send me your next live or tag me in it. I'll go look at what you're doing.
Okay.
That's all I got. Guys, like if you show up on these calls, you see how I'm making note of everyone who's here. I'm going to follow up with you. I remember every single person that shows up to this call. And these are the members that usually excel the most. And so I always make a mental note of everyone who's on this call. So if you guys ever need anything, take advantage of these calls, reach out to me. Like all of the information like is $7 a month. Like, you know,
crazy.
Like I'm getting to know Pam. She's been sitting there all quiet. Like,
I have a question.
Thank you. You rock.
So Laurel, I think this is what you called your cold layered strategy. So I've had some programs that I'm a part of that I need to run ads for. I'm starting your organic system, but I needed to do this kind of right away for a program that I'm a part of. But my question is, so I target like female entrepreneurs, especially mom entrepreneurs.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, in the old days, I could really target, like I could do parents of teens, parents of middle schoolers, and they don't have that anymore. So I didn't know if you have any suggestions in terms of your layered one. I mean, I've done things like Reforlio and then like.
So are you trying to get specifically parents of teens or just parents?
So mom entrepreneurs.
Okay. So I would just do moms, and then I would do moms the first layer. Then the second layer, I would do the Amy Porterfields, the Marie Forleos, right?
How many can I do of those?
You could do as many as you want. Now, I try to get an audience between 500,000 to 2.1 million. That's where so far I find that the sweet spot is with layered audiences.
Right.
So I would do one more layer on that, and I would target people who have Facebook business pages or Facebook pages.
So
right?
business pages, not admins necessarily, just Facebook business pages?
I mean, Facebook page admins and
Pages.
business page admins. So
Okay.
that's going to ensure that people who are moms and they like all these entrepreneurial gurus and they have a business page, it almost ensures that they're going to have an online business. And your offer is going to pull those people out automatically. And that's why I love video views, like video view campaigns, is because I can go totally broad. Like for instance, I have a client and we're doing a setup and he only wants to target e-commerce brands who are making 7 to 8 figures. And so in the power content, we're being very polarizing. We're talking about strategies that people who don't have a 7-figure e-com store are not going to understand.
Right. No, that makes sense.
So we want to leverage Facebook's algorithm, but we also want to make sure that not to focus too much on the targeting, but really focus on the content that's going to repel the people that we don't want to work with and attract the people that we absolutely do.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
I think if you did both of those things, and that's why I do an audience building and a list building top of funnel. Those are my 2 top of funnel strategies.
Right.
Just be like very polarizing in your ad copy, right? What's the very first sentence of my ad copy for here for the $7 group? Sick and tired of the gurus charging $19.97 for courses, right?
Okay.
It's very polarizing.
Great, thank you.
Absolutely. Let's see who else is being quiet that I can call out and
I'm ready.
Hey, Nikki.
I don't know where I got cut off before, but to make a very long story short, the vanity URL that I created and pulled a piece of my other course out, I turned that into like a $55 a month group type of coaching thing. I've since changed that and made it a $7 group. But I'm trying to find, because of our conversation, I'm trying to find a way of merging the two back now. Like, how do I still use the new thing I've created, which essentially is a part of my other thing, but bring my other thing to the forefront?
So let's take one step back. What is making you money right now?
Nothing.
Okay. So we need to take one step back and we need to find the fastest path to cash. What's the fastest path that you have right now?
It would probably.
What have you been selling? What have you been selling right now? Or over the last couple of months, what have you been selling?
Well, since I've been with you, I've been working on creating my content for my, the vanity URL. But before that, I was working on my course, but was not really working on it. I was actually working with someone to do Facebook ads, and I spent a lot of money, and I didn't really get any return on it.
Yep. So how much is your course?
$9.97.
Okay, that's perfect. That's a mid ticket. It's not even like a super. So what I would do.
So let me put a caveat in that. Because of the area that I'm in, I feel I struggle with that a little bit, because my course is about empowering women to birth naturally. So there are other groups out there like hypnobirthing and what have you, and they don't charge anywhere near what I'm charging. However, what I'm offering is more than what they were offering, but I still kind of go back and forth with the struggle of.
No, stay in your power. If you believe $9.97 is the price, this is one thing I learned really quickly, is that you energetically have to match what you're charging for your courses. Like you guys know, I've got like a long background of like marketing, but I had zero like internet marketing, where internet marketers are trained to go high ticket, right? In my gut, like I was like, I cannot believe that people are charging this much. And in my gut, and one of my very first clients was a psychic, and she became like, she would feel things while we were like on our strategy calls and stuff. And I finally got the courage to raise my price from $4.97 to $9.97 for my 45-day program. And I was telling her about it, and she said, yeah, she's like, I could tell you right now, you would have never sold it for $9.97, like whenever you weren't ready, because energetically you're not there. And I've got another client right now that is in that same position. And I mean, I totally believe in that, the energy and the vibes and everything. And so it plays a huge role. Like if you confidently can't get out of your mouth, my course is $15.97 and it's worth every fucking penny, your ideal audience isn't going to have confidence in it either. And so I think if you believe that it's $9.97, which I work with another client who does something very similar to you, who sells it for a heck of a lot more than what you're charging. So if that gives you a confident boost, like you can charge that.
Okay.
Yep.
So then it's just, so your question to me is which one will make me money? A lot of what I ran into, and again, I know it could be some work that I need to do with myself, was the objections of, and it wasn't women objecting, it was actually their spouses. Their spouses were, no, I don't really want to invest that money right now. The women were like, yeah, let's do it. Because you've done it and
you know what I would do if I were you, and this is just me, and I come at it from kind of a different angle than so many other people. What I would do is every month I would try to feel a free 5-day challenge, like where you pick the very first step of all of those the objection stuff. Put that, like, what is the very first step in your program that you personally, what is that one hurdle that you can get those women through for the first time, where after that 5-day challenge, they're like, oh my God, that was so fucking awesome. I can't believe I didn't pay anything for this. That is just going to blow their freaking mind to where it's going to make them want to work with you. Like, unbelievable. Like, that it almost hurts that you're giving this away for free. I would literally do that once a month, and I would run ads to it, and I would run organic traffic to it.
Okay. But still stick with, okay, so so you're saying that's what
Just
my focus
simplify. Let's simplify what you're doing. Forget the group, forget like everything. You need fucking cash flow. Sorry, excuse my language. I get really excited because you have a really good business model. Like, you have a really good business. And like, I'm working with a fertility person right now. I'm working with a nursing, like people who teach people how to nurse the right way. I know that this market is like freaking like money makers. And so I know what you have is super valuable. What I would do is I would literally sell that high ticket offer all day long, but I would do 5-day challenges. So I would do my lives on my personal profile, give them some free, like easy to grasp, like little cheat sheets, little things that they can do, help them with their mindset on your profile, right? In all the content, help them with their mindset. What is the next step? That's like the very first step in your program, right? Pull that first step out, turn it into a 5-day free challenge, and just all day long, like to where like, you know, that every time I do a challenge, I'm going to upsell 2 to 3 people into my high ticket, or whatever that income goal is for you, right? You have an income goal. If you need to sell $9.97 and you need, you know, most people can live on $5K a month, depending on, you know, what your financial thing is. But then it becomes like, okay, you know what, next month I'm going to get 5 people in. How am I going to get 5 people in? Let me make a list of all my activities. That's literally what I do every single month. I'm like, I don't ever create anything new. Nancy will say this, like, I talk about this all the time. I never create anything new. I look at what I'm doing right now. How could I make money doing the activities that I already do? I did not create my premium program just to create it. And Angela Flores will be able to identify with this. Angela, like, how many times do you do ads like every single day from start to finish for your clients, right? I just turn my screen share on and I talk through what I'm doing, and boom, it's content for my premium program. I didn't go create my premium program. I'm making money off of something I already have to do on a day-to-day basis. So figure out what that is for you and create content around that you just automatically just give it away for free. It didn't cost you anything. You had to do it anyway.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
No, that's awesome.
Hey, I have a quick question. So I had already created a 5-day challenge last year that I did, and it kind of flopped. But anyway, neither here nor there. Should I do that instead of the guide?
It doesn't matter. What do you feel like you can do? Because like, again, I do things a little different. You have to energetically like want to be like, I'm going to do a 5-day challenge because I want to spend 5 days with the people, right? You have to do that.
Okay, so I loved the challenge. It was fun. But I wonder, like, my concern is like the vanity URL. Could I switch it out every month and like 1 month do the challenge and 1 month do?
I would just have 2 vanity URLs, one for the challenge and one for whatever your other offer is.
But then when I do podcasts, which one do I send them to?
If you're launching a 5-day challenge, promote the 5-day challenge. If you're not, do the other one.
Okay. Okay, I'll think about that. Thanks.
You're welcome. Easy peasy. I can take one more question and then I gotta go. Let's see who's been freaking quiet. Amanda Campbell, you've been real. I've been seeing your face reactions. What do you need help with? How can I help you tonight?
I am new to the group.
Well,
I'm
welcome.
still just kind of getting started with working on the organic traffic and the Facebook ads launch. So thank you for all the content. I am a spiritual coach, and so I work
Yes,
with
I love that.
mostly
I love that.
women. And I love helping empower women to find their life purpose, to be able to create their life purpose, because that helps with abundance, it helps with relationships, it helps with all aspects of life. And I do that by connecting women mostly with their intuition and their own healing abilities and their own guides. So that is my area. I have a high ticket program, which is a mentorship program where I am doing one-on-one coaching with women directly to be able to help them reach those goals, to clear out those past limiting beliefs and those blockages, and to really support them in their path individually, as well as teaching Reiki classes in a group setting. And I do women's circles to be able to help connect people together to be able to find that community, because I find that when people are getting started with this, that's really what they want, is they want to find other people who are doing the same thing. So that's where I've been. I'm looking at creating something similar to what you do with your $7 ads program, and I'm going to call it my 9 tribe, which is my low ticket offer, where I'll do basically what you do, but with more like, here's a crash course in spirituality. I'll walk them through some limiting belief clearing, do some guided meditation, some shamanic journey work, and just really kind of give like background knowledge. So that's kind of where I'm at. I don't have a vanity URL yet, but I do have a regular web page for my business.
That is awesome. So have you ever heard of Arizona Bell and Spirit Guides Radio?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so check out their Cosmic Collective. It's a monthly membership. And it, like, I listen to their podcast all the time, and I feel like if you check just to kind of see what they do, they're in the spiritual realm, and in the Cosmic Collective, like, it's a membership. It's much higher. It's not that much higher. I think it's like $33 or something, like, a month. But they have like guests like every single week, and it's really freaking cool. So I would invite you to check that out, and just kind of, their podcast is super freaking cool too. But I think it could get you some ideas. But I cannot wait to see what we're going to build for you, because I love your niche like so much.
I'm excited to build up the Facebook group, but I'm also needing some cash flow too. So I'm looking at those different strategies of how can I attract in high ticket clients at the same time, while also being able to nurture my other.
So let me
audience.
ask you this. Let's do this. This will be fun. My wine's almost done, but that's okay. I've got time for a little bit more time. So let's create a signature call for you to get people into that program, right? Your high ticket. What is one thing that would be super fun to do on a call that most people, when you do this for them, they're just freaking mind blown?
I have a clear the fear session. And so that is one of the things that I can upgrade people to from the group. Right now, it's like a $99 offer, clear the fear session, where we're working with whatever the biggest fears in their lives, especially with coronavirus coming up right now. That was kind of like everybody was afraid in this trigger point. So we did a clear the fear session to be able to clear whatever the biggest limiting beliefs are that are holding them back in that particular area.
So what I want you to do is do the 15 pieces of content, create content that's going to have little cheat sheets that go along with that. But inside those cheat sheets, you're going to offer that $99 call all day long. Get as many people onto that call as possible.
I also have a complimentary inquiry call for people who are ready to go into my longer program, but I guess I wasn't sure which one I should be promoting first.
So I like charging for the call only because of where you are. You already have this call. It's because most people know free call. And this is the thing with free calls. Most people know that free calls are just a discovery call that are going to lead to a sale, right? The mindset that people go into a paid call, it's just a different mindset where they're going into this call and they're going into it knowing that, or thinking that, this isn't going to be a sales call. So they're going to give their all on this call because they paid for it. And if you can deliver super freaking phenomenal results on that call, and you position it to where like, look, we just did this and I've got this in mind. And this is where the application for that call comes in, where you already know what they really need at the end. And so after you do whatever the fear clearing or whatever, you're like, look, by the way, since you filled out this application, I already did all of these things that I think could help you move forward in doing whatever it is that you need to do. Here's the thing, take a look at it. And I would love to work with you one-on-one and just give them that PDF that you just kind of typed up for them.
Okay.
There's something very special about like people like going into something and not knowing that you're actually going to give them like so much value, and then they get to take home something.
Perfect.
Yep. That's what I would do if I had to make quick cash flow. That's what I would do.
And where are you building up your audience? You say you're adding like 30 or 40 friends a day. So initially, where should I be going to find those people?
So I would hang out in the groups that your ideal audience is hanging out. But think about this, not the groups where people are going to get free information, but like maybe people like that are already investing in things that, you know, that they would need. Like for instance, so I didn't just go and hang out in the work from home type groups and all of that. I went to the Karcher group. I'm going to look at Nancy right now. I went to the ClickFunnels group. I went to groups where I went to the Kajabi group. I went to the groups where I knew my ideal audience was hanging out, but most of them have probably most likely invested in something. They're not just there looking for information, they're looking for support.
And you're just friend requesting people in that group who fit your target audience without.
Yep, absolutely. So I'm giving value in the group, and this takes a little bit of time, and this goes into, you know, other Angela Langlots, the trademark doctor. Like what she was saying, how do you put together this stuff in an hour? I literally would do this 10-minute a day strategy to where I would literally go in my groups, I would give value, and then I would get out, and then I would go back and I would see who was engaging with my content, and I would just go and add them as friends. Now, here's what's super, super important. Make sure that your profile is super optimized so that when they go and look at your profile, within 5 seconds, they know what you do. I will guarantee you they will be happy that you added them. And that's the big thing is like when people always ask me, they're like, well, didn't people get mad when you kept adding them as friends? I was like, they would see the Facebook ad strategies on my page and they were thanking me that for adding them, and that's what they were looking for, you know?
Okay, great. Thank you.
You're very welcome. And yes, let's see. Someone else said, got to run. Oh yeah, Josh wanted a question. Is Josh still on here? Let's see. Yeah, Josh, I see you.
Cool. Thanks. This has been huge already. So for us, we're more of a service industry. So like we sell credit card processing, and I'm really kind of drawing a blank on what kind of power content or what we can give away that wouldn't like wander way outside. Like we could show how to work QuickBooks, or we could show how to do, you know, X, Y, or Z, but it gets so far outside of what we're doing.
So what is the main problem that your company solves or your service?
Right. So we have a program that basically eliminates their fees. It allows for what's called cash discounting or surcharging. So instead of the company paying the fee, they allow it to be passed on and either discount it when they pay with cash, or, you know, if they need to use their card, there's a convenient fee that comes with it.
Okay. So for power content, you would just simply be giving helpful information to people who need that service to draw them in. That's it. Like just make what are the people that are desperately need my service right now, but where are they in their life? Like what is the one thing that's going to help them, right? There's so many objectives, like the first objections. I always get those mixed up. What 3 objections right now do people have? And this might just, you know, you interacting with people who need you. What are the 3 major objections that you always get to people saying no? Do you know that?
Yeah, there's probably 2 one that could be pulled out.
Okay. What is that?
So I guess the fear of the pushback from customers, and then just kind of changing the whole feeling of the way that their business runs.
So I would do content that's going to bust those objections.
Okay.
Power content is awesome for just busting objections, right? Think about this. I could not have convinced, I see your cat. That sounded really dirty. But like, I could not have gotten any of you guys to pay $7, right? If I didn't bust the objection that you guys could do your own Facebook ads, right? How many of you guys thought that you couldn't, that doing your own Facebook ads weren't possible until you saw some of my content, right? 2, people thought that Facebook ads are expensive. They have to cost a fortune. I just showed you guys that they do not have to cost a fortune, right? Objection number 2. And 3, do I have to pay an agency to do my Facebook ads? I do all of my power content centered around busting all of those objections, because even though my program is only $7, if you didn't believe you could do your own Facebook ads, or that Facebook ads don't have to cost a fortune, I wouldn't have been able to sell you a $7 program.
Yep. I'm kind of embarrassed on how much I've spent on Facebook ads already, and you're like, $5 is like more than you need, and I'm like, okay. Yes.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
And so, is there a link to do the hour?
Yeah, it's I'm gonna actually get I'll get Christina to send it out because I think what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna break it up into a 30-minute and a 1 hour, because lately I've been able to solve people's problem in 30 minutes. So I was like, I should offer a 30-minute call too. So we'll be sending out links for a 30-minute call. Actually, we're gonna put it in the back office too, where it's gonna be 30 minutes and then an hour, because some people don't need an hour. So we'll hook that up with you guys, because I know I'm a little backed up. I don't think I have a strategy session open till like May. But so that should open up some time. Jock says I need an hour. Yeah, Natalia, go ahead. I'll chat for a little bit more while Natalia asks her question. She says she can't get her video working, do not know about the audio. Or can you turn, Natalia?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can, absolutely.
Ah, super. So I have wine with me. So so but I don't know what happens with my video. I don't know, no idea. So I have a question about my client. It's complicated, and a little bit I'm building a funnel for them, and they like have a lot of products. Now they built a Facebook group for online classes, and this is coronavirus. So he goes online 3 times a week, 2 hours, like yoga, meditation, breath, whatever it is, everything. So they have a lot of online products already pre-recorded. And basically they would like to sell each video separate. They would like to sell bundle, and they would like to sell membership like Netflix stuff.
Yep.
For me, it sounds a little bit too much. I mean, I suggest them to combine online lives, like membership club. You have behind the videos, behind the scene, so in membership, and then you have lives, and you somehow try to build to sell them afterwards some, I don't know, supplements, life coaching, whatever, yoga. So it's not a yoga, it's like everything together. This soul and everything. So, and like looks for me, it's like a crazy. I cannot find the product line somehow. What is the, I mean, they don't know. And like to build a funnel, I need somehow the idea how I can build this product. I mean, they have a lot of, he has a name already. I mean, he attends a lot of workshops live before New York, Amsterdam, whatever, around the world.
So you need help building, you need help like mapping
to
out the
understand the product line somehow. What they could throw away and would keep focusing on what.
It sounds like they've got a lot going on, and I'm definitely not I'm a marketing, like I can sell the funnel like once it's built, but I'm definitely not the person that's going to help them set the framework for the map. That's definitely a business coach's. I would reach out to Brandon.
I'm part of, I haven't been live yet, but I'm part of his program. Yeah.
Absolutely. Reach out to Brandon. Like Brandon is amazing at helping people like bundle their offers. And then like he works with me as far as like selling my products independently versus bundling them, membership, everything. He's awesome.
Okay, thanks.
That's definitely his expertise.
I will try to catch, I think he has on Friday, tomorrow.
Absolutely. I'm actually on his training tomorrow.
No, I see. Yeah, see you there then.
I'm supposed to be teaching Facebook ads, I think, to his group tomorrow.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Well, I'm gonna head out, guys. We've been an hour and 45 minutes, but hopefully you guys got a lot of value. Do me a favor, go into the $7 group and brag about all the value that you got, and that I'm not gonna post the replay. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna post the replay, but I'll let them wait an entire day before they see the replay. But go and tell them the biggest takeaway that you had from tonight. It's very, and don't worry, I'm gonna make you guys some companion videos to go along with this, because I really want you guys to be able to take away how to do this. Phase 3, over the shoulder, I will show you guys how to do this. So if you go look in phase 3, I literally walk you guys through how to do that. So I definitely want this to be like tonight, an actionable thing. Yep. Jock, I would love to do a webinar for you guys. Any of you guys, if you guys want me to come teach in your group and you let me promote my $7 group, I'll do whatever you guys want. I'll do a Facebook Live with you. I'll do a podcast. It's all about just getting in front of more people. So I'm happy to help out anyone that needs it. But anyway, you guys have a good night. My voice is about to go. Yep, absolutely. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a good weekend.